Hey, there we go. Reading.
Hello.
Oh, hello. You are on top.
You're muted on here, by the way.
Yes, I am. Hello.
Hi. How's it going?
Mario.
Good. How are you?
I am fine.
Hey, we're live. Yeah. Hello, Morrow time.
Hey.
I had to fuck with things to get everything working, so my layout's all scuffed. Ignore that. 1 second. My layout's all sorts of fucked. Oh no. Oh no.
I think you should put me in the fire,
No.
but I'm fireproof.
But no.
But it'd be funny.
There we go.
Full of fire.
It would be really funny, I think.
Mine needs to be above that one though. Yeah. Okay, okay. Hi, Atomic. Hi, Speeny. Right when my Simple Flips video ends, you love to see it. You do love to see it.
Who is watching Simple Flips?
Speeny.
Sounds right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love Simple Flips, but I feel like I need to watch the entirety of Evangelion before I watch that, one video.
Sexy layout.
Is...
1 second. Yeah.
Please, tablet, please still be working? Yes?
Tablet?
Yes. Yeah, I'm drawing a little bit.
Hey, yo. No, that needs to go down one. No, wrong way. That's better. Okay. Things are fixed. I think.
Hey.
Oh no, looks okay.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to the new Nintendo Direct.
I don't think that's what we're here for.
No, that is not. No.
Yeah.
No.
Nintendo.
Duh. I'm dropping things.
Don't
Why?
do that.
Yeah, I'm not sure
I'll
how
stop
today's
dropping them.
stream is gonna go, because from what it seems like, Stream Elements, which 99% of my Twitch things go through, is currently down.
Oof.
Ah.
So,
That's rough.
I don't know how things are gonna go. Things are probably gonna be scuffed, but, I think it's fine. The bot's working.
As long as Bot's alive, right?
That's all that matters.
Today we're announcing Bible 2. Finally, I've been waiting for the sequel.
And now my Ring Fit alarm is going off. And I will ignore it like I always do. One of these days.
I'm sure.
Tomorrow
Yeah.
for sure.
Tomorrow for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
God damn it.
I mean, I stuck with
Bad
it
level
for like
anyways.
5 days, so it's like, basically, that's like a whole year.
What the Bowser doing in the forest? Killing my run is what he's fucking doing.
Bowser.
Yeah, there
I
was a
love Bowser.
Bowser.
Hardly know her.
Yeah?
Okay. Damn, Plane, you need to chill. The
Wow.
fuck? This is what I get for living like 5 minutes away from an Air Force base. But
You ask Bowser what pronouns to use, and he says, "Oh, I use any pronoun, smile."
Okay.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
But Wait,
Yeah.
have you guys not seen those posts? Where it's like,
The one with Cartman? Yeah. I've
yeah,
seen
that, like ones like that.
Fuck.
Like ones where it's like
Dumb shit.
characters who very much would not say these things, saying those things.
I'm playing like shit. I just got home from work. Damn it, why is the level luck bad? 2 boss fights in a row? Fuck.
Rough.
Boss fights, boss encounter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a boss encounter scheduled for Friday.
Wait, I'm followed by 2 atomics? And they both liked my tweet? What?
What?
Mm-mm.
What? Atomic?
What is this,
Did you clone
tomfoolery?
yourself? Is someone in my chat cloning themselves again?
Oh, it looks like they closed their old account.
Hi, Lore. Hello. How's it going? I got rid of that account. I see.
But why?
What?
Goomba? More like
What?
What's going on?
I don't understand what... What am I supposed to do here?
uh
What do
Lose
you
the
mean?
level.
What do you mean go that way?
you gotta win.
Okay. I'll try my damnedest.
Your darndest.
You're dangedest.
Oh my
Don't-
god, I love Superb Mario. I also love
Dragons.
Superb Mario.
When the Mario is superb.
I got rid of that account. You better go catch it. What? There's an account I made for one reason, and then I didn't really have any intention to ever use it again until I met you. Yo. Yo.
Hey yo.
Hey, yo. Hold down the button. Oh, do those cars have something weird where you can, like, blow blocks up?
Yeah, you
Probably.
can like charge the fire blast.
Ew.
Yeah.
It's fine, I like that level better anyways. So yeah, that one's closed. Fair. My first song, I wish you wouldn't.
But it's their first song. They composed it just for you.
Oh. Your song's fine.
I can't believe you don't support them with their first song. They released
Usually
their
music
first
levels
sing-
take forever.
They
That one
released
didn't.
their first single out into the world for you to see, and you diss them on it.
Because usually music levels take forever.
SMH.
If I don't get a water absorb whooper, I'm gonna cry and piss. I hope you get a water absorb whooper then, Spinny.
I hope you get one that's unaware.
Damn.
I hope you
that's
don't
nice.
get a whooper.
Whoa, now that's going a little far.
Yeah. It's now J
I hope
Dragon
you
Dollars.
get
It is.
2 Whooper.
Also, I watched the stream on Sunday today, and I got a lot of questions that I guarantee you can't answer. Probably.
It's better not to ask.
I'm not taking questions at this time.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, it depends on if they use the questions button.
Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah, we do
Ask
have the
me
help
questions.
desk. I should change that to the help desk.
Yeah, we can give you advice on one topic. It has
Help!
to be a
What
question.
does this mean?
I should actually change the title of that redemption to help desk. That'd be funny.
It would be funny.
Please. Tomorrow. Please. Well, pull? What? What are we pulling? Whoa, the run is alive, maybe? Maybe. Could be. I have some bad split. So, the run doesn't actually die unless we get like 20 seconds behind. Pull these nuts. Thanks, Speedy. Cool.
So true, Speedy.
Cool.
So
Thank you.
true. Oh, that reminds me.
Oh my
We should
goodness.
play the Jackbox Party Pack.
Yeah, this is a big fat run dead level. Unless this next one's good. It was a joke, a bad one.
Really?
That's fair. I tell those a lot.
Hold on. I need to practice key smashing because it never feels right when I do it, so that's why I don't.
Well, that's gonna kill the run.
But I feel like key smashing offers like a very unique way of communicating that you just can't express in words.
No, not you, me, but also me too.
Who?
Yeah. I agree, Speedy. Yeah, I just popped in to say hi. I'm gonna go to bed before 10. Tired boy. Sounds good, Grubs.
Sounds
Have a
good.
good
Have a good
night.
night. Have a good night, or else.
Or else.
You probably should have taken. I guess there's Fire Flower right there anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting how Fire Flower actually has effects on things that shoot fire.
Yeah, they're not fireproof. They just shoot fire.
Well, no, I mean like as in when you're on like a fire-breathing Yoshi or you're shooting fireballs from like a fire clown car, spicy clown car.
Those are run dead anyways.
They shoot 3 fireballs instead of 1.
True. Laugh? No.
Never. I never laugh. I don't think anything is funny.
This is a comedy-free zone.
Oh,
Nope,
I thought you were
we're
entering the
laughing.
comedy area. I did post the HD version of You Are Entering the Comedy Area that I made, right?
I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
Do you all know the original image at least?
Maybe.
Humorous.
Very.
It's the one where it's like Mario and like the cart and he has like some sunglasses on.
Maybe.
I don't personally remember that one.
I don't. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Alright, hold on, let me...
How long is this level? Okay. I remember. Do you, Speeny? Do you?
Well, she said she did.
I don't know. Speedy could be telling fibs.
Speedy does lie occasionally.
Occasionally.
Speedy, why do you do that? Why do you lie?
Why would you lie on the internet? Why would you go on the internet and tell lies? It makes me smile a little bit, a small fraction.
You know what? Fair.
Actually, I said I don't feel like being funny today. Too tired. Me too. Me too.
Yeah. Being funny is not a requirement. Except if you're me.
A music level? But why?
Which is why I shut up a lot.
Why would you do such a thing, music level? Please be short. This is not short.
It can be if you close your eyes.
But if you close your eyes...
I love that song.
I hate it.
Why?
I don't know. I just felt like saying
I was just playing Rainbow Six Siege before getting called racial slurs before the stream, so I'm happy. Yeah, that's like any FPS games. That's most of them.
That's one of the many reasons why I never play competitive games.
I do. I just usually keep voice chat off because I don't want to deal with people.
I play like Splatoon and that's it, because I hate when people are toxic. I just came to have a good time playing a video game.
You can usually get those people real mad really easily, and it's honestly a lot of the time really funny.
I don't want that, I just want to play the video game that I came to enjoy.
Yeah, but I'm chaotic.
I am also chaotic.
Those
I mean,
people
you
are
saw that
so
tweet
easy
I
to make
posted.
angry, and it's real funny.
Actually, wait,
Until
no,
they
you
keep
did
throwing
see
out the
tweet.
racial slurs, and then it's not as funny.
Did you like that tweet?
Hi, Felipe. Felipe, your name color changed. I'm not used
Oh,
to
you
this.
haven't liked the tweet.
What? Sure.
Yeah, you didn't see the tweet that I tweeted. The video.
No, I probably didn't. Is this video about me?
No.
Okay.
If you looked in No Mic, you might have seen, bits about the video. In fact, even the video itself, I posted a couple times. But I'll post the tweet that has the video.
I see that the channel points have gotten a redesign. They have. They are now gay dragon dollars.
Yeah.
I am also currently in the process of the redesign of my character. I actually got a little bit of concept art yesterday.
Yeah. The funny coin is pretty cool, I think.
It's still a ways out from the coin is funny. I do like the coin. We're still a ways out from fucking full redesign being finished, but we're gonna get there. Yes, I love brick spam the level. Oh yeah, it's fantastic. My favorite even.
Yeah.
Can't wait until I get redesigned estrogen.
Thanks, Speedy. Very cool.
I can't wait until I get redesigned. Explosion.
No!
What is that video? I'm scared to watch that.
It's
It's,
horrific.
It's excellent. I made it.
I'm terrified.
As you should be of anything I post that I made myself.
I am shaken to
I
my
hope-
core.
I hope to make people scared whenever I post something.
By the potential that you have.
Yeah, honestly, I think if you're not frightened of me, I'm doing something wrong.
Ooh. Games. Video games.
Like this post to be instantly terrorized by me.
Video games.
Actually, you know what? That would make an excellent tweet.
Sounds good, Sonic.
I hope I get the Twitter downvotes solely so that I can downvote that tweet.
Hahaha, here's the funny thing. You can only downvote replies.
No!
Damn
Have
it.
someone literally both of my alter accounts have they have downvotes, but my main account doesn't.
I don't have downvotes. It's very sad. Otherwise, I'd
Which
downvote all
I would never
tweets
want to
that Cheryl
downvote.
make.
If you don't have the Twitter downvote feature, remember, you always have the original downvote feature. Block and report.
Your tweet, sad face.
Tweet.
Bread is the imp among us. Yeah?
What?
Sure.
Yeah, level
Oh.
creator? Oh, that was a Red Amogus.
I thought you were reading chat for a moment, and I was like, what are you talking
No,
about?
that was the name of this level. There was a Red Amogus. They were correct. I usually just tell my mom and or the president about posts I don't like. Yeah, Speedy?
Yeah?
Yeah?
I usually
You
don't
know what?
tell the
That sounds like
president
a pretty
anything.
good solution.
Yeah, what does the president do about him? Is he on your side usually?
The
Also the
president
president
legally
of
blocks
what?
Twitter.
The president.
That is a good
God.
question. Of the world?
Of the
No.
world? Of the
Oh,
USA?
the
of...
president.
He sends me away.
Oh, you mean like the funny little jester and banished from the court or whatever?
You walk out with the little the jingling bells on your on your jester's hat.
Chicago. The president of Chicago.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I remember him.
Of course.
I fought him in a fist fight.
Oh.
That sounds like classic Chicago.
I didn't let him win, but I also didn't destroy him instantly, so it was a tie.
So he beat your ass.
No,
What you're telling me is he beat your ass.
Sounds
Look,
like he
I-
beat your ass.
I could have destroyed him, but I chose not to because Chicago needs.
Sounds
a
like
president.
you're,
I don't wanna be the
you got your
president of
ass
Chicago. No, because
Oh.
if I beat him up, I would have become the president of Chicago.
They're beating your ass in the quote retweets.
That's the only way anyone can, because I can't stop that.
I thought Chicago was a country. Now hold on. Just a moment.
No, you're thinking of Georgia.
Florida.
Uh-huh.
No, it's Georgia. That's the
Florida
country
Georgia
that's,
line.
What's this about
I
limes?
hate that band. I have nothing against Florida Georgia Line.
I
have everything
didn't they do
against
that
them.
song, the one that got super popular a few years ago?
I'm sure they have done one.
Oh god.
I'm sure they did some song.
I forget the fucking name of it. It's like it's Ride maybe or Cruise. It's
Cruise. It's Cruise. My dad listens to that song. You're right.
Weren't they the ones that did Cruise?
They are 100%.
Okay.
I don't know this song.
I actually think they also had another popular song that was called Ride. I think you were right twice.
Oh God, I don't
Why?
like being right twice about that.
You know what they say? A
Chero
broken
secretly
clock
a
is right
country
twice
music
a
fan?
day. Secretly.
I literally know nothing about fucking country music. I hate country music with a passion.
I like very few, but there's one or two country artists I can stand. And that's because
The
mostly
only-
they're like country pop.
The only country I will listen to is like early 2000s, like, fucking like girl boss, I'm gonna kill my husband country, and Dolly Parton.
Oh,
What
Dolly
about,
Parton's an obvious.
I like cowboy music.
I hate cowboy music.
What about the Big Iron?
I hate Big Iron. I don't hate
That's
it. I
it.
just don't like it.
That's it. Sending you to New Vegas.
Oh fuck. Oh shit. Oh fuck.
Nuclear winter
Shania Twain's
inbound.
another good one.
Oh know it.
She makes
know any.
very good country music.
I don't believe it.
Crispy?
She's also Canadian.
Oh! You
Come
could have
on.
gone without telling me that.
Hey, it
God.
could be worse. She could be French.
Well, you can be French Canadian.
Yeah, you can be French Canadian. That's,
That's
the
what I'm
issue.
saying. She's not.
The worst of both worlds. Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Are we sure?
Yes. She's just Canadian.
Okay.
Oh, that's a lot of Bowser. Oh.
Not enough Bowser.
Isn't Old Town Road counted as a country song?
It is like barely
Barely.
country.
I like the instrumentation of country music, but I hate all of it. I hate
Well,
everything
most
they do with it.
country music is like the exact same lyrics 17 times in 18
Yeah.
different songs.
My favorite thing is how country music is always about like drinking alcohol underage, doing drugs, having sex, breaking the law, or whatever.
Driving your
Those-
tractor. That's another
Those
big
are-
one.
those are the,
That's
like,
also a big theme.
Those are the fun, cool country music. Most of them is about like, oh, my wife left me, and now I'm gonna drink beer out of a cooler and think about the good times.
My favorite ones are the ones where it's like I'm gonna go down to this very specific bar and I'm gonna hang out with all the other country music fans. And it's my mom. My mom was a big country music fan. She would have it constantly playing in the car, and I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. Anytime we were on a road trip, she would always have like a country music like playlist going, and it's like I don't want to sit
Rough.
here for 6 hours of this. I was
That's
forced to
rough.
listen to 6 hours of country music when I was a child.
Tough.
And nothing against like, you know,
Not to
country
be like a
music
back in my
enjoyers.
day kind of person, but we need more country songs about beating the devil in a music battle.
Okay, that's
True.
a pretty cool one. I'll
We need
admit
more
that.
about
No.
we need more about like cool things that sound cool. We need more like
Well, the
Big
devil
Iron.
went down to George.
Atomic, never utter those words again. Just don't. It's for the
Oh.
best.
What's your favorite Kids Bop album?
All of them.
All of
Can
them.
I say all of them?
All of them at once.
Oh,
But also none of them.
actually, my favorite thing is like the idea that they have to replace all of the Kids Bop kids after a certain amount of time because they get too old.
I'm sure they do.
Well, yeah, like they do, but like I like thinking about that idea because imagine telling someone, "Oh, I used to be a Kids Bop kid."
I'm sure there's people out
They
there that do
kicked
that.
me out because I'm an adult.
Yeah. They just make clones. I'm pretty sure Kids Bop does not have cloning technology.
You know, I wouldn't be shocked.
Well,
You know,
I
me
mean, it's
neither,
like
actually.
By kids for kids. Do kids even like the songs?
More country songs with metal lyrics now? True.
I don't like metal either, so that's the issue.
Oh, I do. I actually really like metal.
I like Green Day.
Oh my god. Dang.
Wage War is one of my favorite bands, and they are very metal.
Can we get a Kids Bop cover of I don't know, what's like the worst song to possibly make a Kids Bop cover of?
They've probably already made it.
There needs to be more Kids Bop
Call
covers
Me
of
by Your
System of a Down songs.
I guarantee you, "Call Me by Your Name" has already had a Kids Bop version.
It does.
No, there's
Yeah.
what?
It does.
No.
They
Yeah.
did it for
No.
WAP.
Yeah, they did it a
No.
while
Yeah.
ago. Yeah,
What?
they
How do you,
absolutely
like-
did.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I guess I had too much faith in humanity.
We knew they were gonna do stuff like that whenever they did one for fucking Anaconda by Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, they did it for Anaconda.
I mean,
they
I
did it
guess,
for WAP.
but
I don't know why you expected more.
What?
They
I
have
was
for, like,
kidding.
literally
No,
every
they do
single
have
popular
one for
song.
WAP. Why is this surprising?
Yeah. They have one for WAP.
because
They
we
do it
have
for everything.
because some of us still have a little bit of faith in humanity, but I guess
No.
that's misplaced.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
They do it for literally every single popular song. It does not matter the content in it. That's why they like purposefully change the lyrics and all of them. So then they yeah.
Yes, this is
No.
real. We're not
You can
like
look it up if you want.
we're not kidding you. This is real.
Looking it up.
They did Anaconda. They absolutely fucking did Anaconda.
Yeah.
No, we are not joking here. No, this is real.
I believe I did not think you were joking, but like I didn't want to believe.
You know, it's very real. Very,
I am
very much real.
cultured. I hate it, you know. I had faith in humanity. I guess it was misplaced.
It was.
It was.
Well, I see that now.
You're not a man of culture, I see. Yeah.
I'm the most cultured. Wait, Lego Star Wars has a Xenoblade Easter egg?
What?
Huh? Is that well?
I mean, it's not surprising, but really.
Oh. Okay, never mind. Okay, it makes sense.
It's not the
So,
most surprising.
Apparently, it's because the voice actor for Shulk was in the game, so they were like, so someone was like,
Oh.
"Yeah, let's sneak in a little reference to Xenoblade."
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Also, I never said it, but thank you, Greek God Nick, for the follow yesterday. I don't know if you're here. I know you're one of Joe's people. Hello. Shit, that's another level. I am a stupid. I am a dumb.
Imagine.
You're welcome. You're not Greek God Nick.
Yeah, stop saying thank you for. Stop saying you're welcome for things that weren't your.
Yeah, that's not you.
Could be. We don't know.
I mean,
That's just
I
me
guess.
on my alt account.
Yeah. Could also
Nah,
be
I seen
Wolfman
him.
with an alt account.
Yeah, I know. I've seen Nick a lot, too. As someone who mods for Joe. I have seen Nick around.
Joe. What a funny name.
When the level is autonomous. So true. This run's
Yeah.
like kind of dead, and I should really just stop it, but I want to see if these next levels are okay. I watched
They will
Joe,
be.
and I've seen him a lot. I see. There's
Joe.
also two Joes. I'm not talking about
Yeah.
Joe Kid. I'm talking about King Moosh here. That
Yeah.
Joe. Other Joe.
What a funny name. Joe.
It's like he's my brother in arms.
Wow.
Yeah, it's weird knowing two Joes. Both I watch. I see. I
Imagine
see.
having. If I ever saw another person with my name, I would just die on the spot, I think.
Just collapse.
Well, actually, no. I wouldn't die on the spot. I would, like, engage in a battle to see who gets to keep the name. No one else is allowed to have the name Wolfric except for me.
I told you I knew a guy named Wolfric.
Well,
I know a Pokemon gym leader named Wolfric.
No, I knew
I
a guy
do
in
too.
actual, like, real life. He went to my school.
yeah, you said that.
He was a dick.
Yeah, you said that also.
Yeah.
Which is why no one else is allowed to have the name. It's for me to carry and for
He's-
no one else to tarnish.
I'll just say 2 words, or 3 words, and you'll know exactly what I mean. He played high school football.
Oh, right, yeah.
Never
Okay.
experienced the epic highs and lows of high school football?
He was one of those guys.
I remember all of the Gen 6 gym leaders. Speedy. You got the bug lady.
What's her name?
Name?
Viola.
Yes.
Yes. I've never played
Grant,
Gen
the
6.
rock gym leader.
What's the rock
We got-
gym leader's name?
I said it's Grant.
Okay. I didn't hear that first part.
We got Corinna.
Yep.
The fighting gym leader. We got there's Ramos, he's the grass one. There's Clement, he's the electric one. There's Valerie, she's the fairy one. There's
I think I've seen Valerie before.
there's
He's weird.
there's Olympia, the psychic one. And there's Wolfric, and he's the ice one. Yeah, that's what I said.
Wolfric is the guy, and he says, "Ice to meet you."
And he's in the Pokemon village, and then
And
he
he
like
goes,
leaves.
"Ice to meet you."
Does he say that?
No. But wouldn't it be crazy if he did? Wouldn't it be kind of funny? Wouldn't it be kind of like hilarious if he
goodness.
just goes,
Music
"Ice
levels.
to meet you"?
Actually, you know what? I'm realizing something that I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna say to no mic.
All
Okay.
you were doing is proving how big of nerds you are. Look at
Yeah,
these
I'm
two
a major
nerds.
nerd. What's the point?
Look at these dorks.
What's your point?
Yeah,
Look at these
and
fools. This might be off topic, but I really don't like wearing sleeveless shirts. I just feel incomplete without the sleeves. Oh, I like sleeveless shirts.
I do not wear them.
I
don't wear them
either.
often,
I
but
don't think
I-
I like them.
Don't think I have ever owned a single one.
I own a couple.
I enjoy having sleeves.
I mainly only wear them to the gym, though,
Sleeve.
when I do go to the gym.
Love this
Where do you work at?
feature. The
At
sleeve.
the library.
I wear a hoodie.
Uh,
I also almost always am wearing a hoodie.
I just always wear a sweater.
I used to always
Yeah.
wear
Hey,
jackets when I
My
went out.
brand.
You will always catch me probably in a hoodie and soccer shorts. 99% of the time, unless I'm going out and actually trying to look okay.
Haha, Sans.
Sand Undertale.
That's the Sans outfit.
Sand.
Me when the sand Undertale, crunchy.
Catch you like a Pokeball? No. No, don't do that. That would be
you
bad.
You can catch me like these fists that are flying at you.
You can catch these nuts. Huh?
These nuts in your.
Oh,
Oh.
really? I can?
No.
Good.
I had a tab open of Kids Bop Gangnam Style and that I forgot about somehow, and it started playing. And I was like, why is Dust playing Gangnam Style? They're gonna get banned.
That's so good.
No, I'm not playing Gangnam Style. I'm sorry to disappoint, Speeny.
Damn, why is Dusk playing my superhero movie on repeat?
God.
My god, Lemon Demon!
Oh my god. Lemon Demon.
You know who else is Lemon Demon?
You are fat, yes. No.
No.
Yes.
That hurts my throat.
Going deep, surprisingly, doesn't hurt my throat. It's only going high that does.
I have a very good vocal range, and by that I mean, I can produce a wide variety of sounds.
I do not have a good vocal range.
Some of which cannot be picked up by human ears.
I would love to see Dusk speedrunning in 3D.
Oh, that's like a reference to my superhero movie.
Oh,
Picture
okay.
Dusk speedrunning up in 3D.
I was about to say, do you mean my character in 3D or like the speedrun itself in 3D? Because I'm pretty sure Mario. I mean, it's typically like you're playing 2D, but it's typically pretty 3D.
I think Mario should enter the third dimension. I think it wouldn't be scary at all.
I don't think Mario should be allowed there.
Mario has been banished from the third dimension.
Yes.
I wasn't paying attention for a second. Oopsies.
Oh yeah, Mario time! Let's go!
Haha, funny sounds level. Look at me laugh. Yeah?
Speedy. Why would you post that?
I don't know what this is, and I'm really concerned.
Have you not seen the clip?
No.
I don't remember.
I don't know what the fuck y'all are talking about.
All I remember about the clip is that I know that there was I don't remember if it was like an actual stream or whatever, but I know there was like at least a video from Salty that had like a that clip in it. No, my drawing tablet.
No,
why would you do this to me? The cable. No. No.
Yes.
Why would you do this to me? Can't you see the pain you've caused?
Look what you've done.
Look what you've done to me. I've been defrauded.
L.
Let's go!
What's your opinion on special effects?
I hate them.
I think there should be less special effects in superhero movies.
I hate them, but I think there should be more.
I think there should be less superhero movies.
Scott, so true. What a based opinion.
I think I should play better Mario. Oh, fuck.
That's not possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
As in, there's like no way to be better at Mario than you are because
There
you're
very
epic
much
at Mario.
is.
No,
Yeah.
I just said that's not true. Are you calling me a liar?
Yes.
Why would you say that?
Let's go!
You're a liar. You're lying to me. You're telling
No,
fibs.
No.
You're telling fibs
Stop it.
on the internet.
Stop.
No.
Stop saying that.
No.
Stop it.
No.
Please.
No.
Please. Please.
No.
Please.
No.
Please.
No.
What if I ask nicely?
No. Yes.
Please?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
Well, if you're not sure, then why do you keep saying it?
No.
That's not an answer. I didn't ask a yes or no question.
No.
Yeah.
What's this? Why with the pipe levels? Is this fun to you? Is this what you think fun is?
Is this your idea of fun?
Is this
Is
is
that
this
what you
what you
think
like?
this is?
Is this what you
You think
enjoy?
that hopping into random pipes is fun?
You think
think
that
that's
forcing me to
enjoyable?
go in a large circle in a pipe for 2 minutes straight is fun? Huh?
Let's go!
Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
think that's enjoyable for me?
Who cares if it's enjoyable for you? You're not the level creator.
I should be.
Well, I don't think it's very fair for you to speedrun your own levels. Actually, is that allowed? I would imagine no.
I'm done with the project. I hope it is best. I hope you do too. Best of luck.
Let's go.
What if I just don't do your tutorial and just run? A problem with that?
Yeah.
Did you know that in ancient history, a man called... We were talking about this earlier, Felipe.
Is it the copper guy?
The Chrysippus who died from
big
laughter.
guy.
Like,
We
There
were
were
talking
also,
about this dude earlier.
I can find it. There are also a couple others that I collected.
me when when a donkey is eating my figs. Ahaha.
So the donkey dude, the reason why he died was because he was not only laughing at, the donkey eating his figs, but he made the joke, quote, "Why not give the donkey some wine to go with the figs?" And then he found his own joke so funny that he laughed himself to death.
Me too, honestly. Me too.
And then another really solid one is, the story of Heraclitus, who is known for like some famous saying that I've never heard of. But when his doctors couldn't cure him of his chronic illnesses, he self-prescribed a treatment of being buried in dung. After covering himself in manure and sitting around for a while, he realized he couldn't free himself and died soon after, still trapped in a huge pile of actual shit.
That's disgusting.
No, but it's really funny. Man, life must have been boring back then. Yeah, they didn't have Among Us.
Oh, I think life would have been fucking awesome back then. You just
They
have
didn't
these
have the
crazy
internet.
ass old dudes sitting on corners being like, what if we're not real? And you get to just like watch those dudes for free. It's like, you know what? Ancient philosophers were the ancient version of Twitch streamers.
Look, you can get that, and you can get that nowadays. You literally just have to walk through like New York.
Yeah, but like back then it was a big deal. Like these guys were considered literally the smartest guys in the world.
Can we get more stories of old people from times way past dying stupidly? They're very funny.
Yeah, I can pull some up. Hang on.
Where's what about that
Please,
guy
I need
who
some
had
more.
a turtle dropped on his head?
What?
What, you don't remember?
No, I don't know this. A guy got a turtle dropped on his head? That's really funny.
So, basically, it was like, I have to see if I can remember exactly what it was, but basically it was like, this guy, he was bald, and he was like outside, and like, some bird of some kind was holding like a turtle, and so that kind of bird, when they have a turtle, they drop it onto like a rock to try to crack it open. So the bird, thinking his shiny bald head was a rock, dropped the turtle and it killed him.
That's really funny.
So there was this guy named Empedocles,
Okay.
who managed to convince himself that he was divine, and in order to test this, jumped
too.
into a volcano and died.
Yeah?
Good
Yep.
work.
There was also Diogenes, who's like famous for literally sitting in a barrel and spitting on people. So there's a couple stories of how he possibly died. He either voluntarily held his breath until he died.
Good work.
he contracted a disease from eating a raw octopus and later died.
Good work.
Or he was bitten by dogs while feeding them octopus and died.
All of which are
Why?
very funny.
Oh, I love this one. So, his name is Anaxarchus. And
What fucking anime ass?
he was crushed to death in a giant mortar and pestle. He made a, like, really powerful enemy. And as revenge, the enemy placed him into a giant mortar and ordered that he be pounded to death with iron pestles.
That's it. Puts you in my giant mortar and pestle.
His dying words seem like just the kind of thing a philosopher would say if he was being ground to a pulp in a giant mortar. They were pound, pound, pound. It's pound, pound the pouch containing Anaxarchus. Ye pounds not I can't say his fucking name, it's so weird. Anaxarchus. Ye
It's
pounds
very
not
weird.
Anaxarchus.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Ah,
Oh,
Hi, Psygane.
I sigh.
hello.
I
Hello.
found one other one. I found one other one today.
How are
Let me
you
see.
doing?
I'm all right. How are you guys?
I'm chilling. We're listening
I'm
to
doing
Chero
well.
tell us about
yeah.
how old people from times long past died.
So,
Oh.
Philetus
Yeah.
of Cause, was apparently so obsessed with grammatical errors that he stayed in his room and studied grammatical errors until he was basically a shell of a man. So when he stepped outside, he had to put lead weights on his shoes to stop the wind from blowing him away. But eventually sitting there reading grammatical mistakes caused him just to waste away and die.
Oh my
That
god.
literally sounds like a character from like a FromSoft game.
It's
That is-
so funny. I gotta find
Imagine
one.
being that guy.
Honestly, the most pathetic way to die I've ever heard. Holy shit.
It's so
What a pathetic little
funny.
man.
Man's really got no bitches.
So one of these guys had an elephant fall on top of him when
Oh
he was
my
part of the
God.
army.
Good.
Oh my god. I'm looking for more of
I
these.
feel kind of messed up for laughing at this shit. My spot in heaven drifts farther and farther away. It's tight.
These
Well,
dudes
it'd
have
be
been
too sweet
dead
ever
for
had
like
one.
these dudes have been dead for like 4,000 years. It's fine.
Diogenes
4,000?
was a giga
Yeah.
Chad, though.
I mean, it's closer to 3,000, but like most of these are from like BC era.
hate to
Really?
say it, but
Oh,
I think
yeah.
he needed
Long time
Twitter
ago.
to tell him to touch grass.
Yeah. I think literally probably he would have been like ratioed.
Come
Who would
on,
be the
man,
guy?
too soon.
Not soon enough, I think. We should have laughed at them like the moment they died. Man.
So there was an Olympian who was like doing like a wrestling match with another Olympian.
Mhm.
And he pretended to black out, tricking his opponent into like relaxing for a second, and then
Yeah.
he jumped back in, grabbed his opponent's ankle, and like put him down into like a hold, and the opponent tapped out. But when the opponent like threw him off, he fell backwards and snapped his neck. But since the opponent had conceded, his dead body was crowned an Olympics champion.
Oh my god.
You know, that sounds about right.
Damn.
Do you think that would happen
I mean,
today
he
in real
did
life?
win. He did get that dub. He got the dub. That's all that matters.
Oh my god. So there was an ancient Greek artist named Zeuxis.
Okay.
who's
Edgy
who was
as fuck.
hired by
Got it.
by a wealthy patroness who was like an elderly widow who hired him to do a
God.
painting of Aphrodite, but in her likeness,
Okay.
where she like posed as the model, and
Conceit as
he
fuck.
thought
Got
that
it.
he thought that the contrast between Aphrodite and the old wrinkled woman was so funny that he laughed himself to death.
What
Oh my
these guys laughing
God.
themselves to death back
I
in the day?
don't know.
How
Why
much
do
did
they
you
all
have to laugh?
themselves to death?
How could you
Like,
not tell that,
at
like,
what
hey,
point-
I'm laughing so much that it's hurting me?
Oh my god, another one of them!
Really?
I'm scared.
Do tell.
Yeah, so basically, this dude had, like, had a rival, and the rival told him that, so, like, he planted this whole, like, crop of grapes that he was gonna turn into wine, and the rival told him that he would never drink wine produced from those grapes, but the grapes ripened and were made into wine. Then he invited the rival to the first tasting, and when he lifted up the cup to drink it, he started laughing at the failed prophecy and laughed so hard that he choked to death.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna have to stop being so funny for my
See,
own
this
sake.
is why I
with
say
something
my
that
streams are a
happened.
comedy-free zone. I'm protecting you.
Comedy is dangerous.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh shit, I'm peeking my mic. Oh, my bad.
There's like a lot of times when I feel like when I have made myself laugh a few times in my life.
I just think these are all so funny.
But,
Like,
like,
what
Yeah,
I don't think
we've
I've
learned
ever
today.
gotten that
Comedy. Dangerous.
Comedy kills.
Comedy kills.
Does
Which means that all my friends should be safe.
Shut up.
no, we're actually in
Wow.
mortal danger.
You're right, I'm threatening you.
Oh,
Oh yeah, Mario time.
oh yeah, I found the guy who died of a falling turtle.
Right. What was his name?
Aeschylus? Aeschylus?
Is this the purpose of homophobia? Are they trying to protect us from comedy?
Yes.
How are these things correlated?
What?
I don't know, because homophobic jokes aren't funny, maybe?
Because gay people are really, really funny.
Yeah, oh, you know what?
I know lots of gay people. They're my friends, and they're all.
I don't
really
think
funny.
gay people are that funny.
I'm gay people.
Yeah, you're not that funny. Because you're
Good.
Damn.
I'm. You know,
Wow,
I'm glad we can agree
that's
on
just
something for
a
once.
blatant lie. Holy shit.
Yeah, it was. I was
Damn.
lying on the internet.
I felt like lying.
I felt like lying.
You think someone would do that? Just go on the internet and tell lies? What's your favorite lie that's ever been told on the internet?
This one.
But you can't. But that's not. But if it's a lie and you choose a lie and the lie is that you're choosing the lie, then that's not a lie anymore.
Yeah?
It's a paradox.
No.
So apparently,
Oh, no.
Oh, actually,
Pythagoras, the creator of the Pythagorean theorem,
oh right, he was in like a cult.
he
No.
believed he had really weird, strict rules, and one of the rules was he was not allowed to eat beans.
You know those
Oh.
beans.
For some reason,
Yeah.
when Pythagoras, when he was running from his enemies, he tripped and stumbled into a field of beans and refused to go over it because it was his teaching and died.
Oh my god.
What the fuck just...
What?
Oh my God.
Beans are scary,
What?
man.
Man
seen those
died
things?
for some beans.
Have you seen those things? Those are scary.
Oh, there's the guy that died from the
I'm a
donkey
small
joke.
bean.
His joke was not even funny. Now give the donkey a drink of wine to wash down the things. That's not fucking funny.
Bro,
We're
but
laughing about
in
it.
1600 BC, that shit was hilarious.
Yeah, they didn't have memes like they did now. Maybe that was their version of a meme.
Oh, this guy died because he got hit on the head by a pear.
Damn.
Oh, that reminds me. Do you know what the name of the person who... No, this joke's not funny. Never mind.
We really learning about a formula made by that dude. Yeah.
Yes.
This
Yes.
man died because he wouldn't walk over some beans. I hope that's how I die. Refusal to step over beans.
No beans.
No beans.
So no beans.
So no bean?
Oh shit, my bad.
I don't get it. What? That level that you just did.
Oh, hang on. There's an addition to the dude who died. Who died from laughing at the donkey joke. He
Oh.
laughed
Yeah.
so hard that it caused him to have a seizure, and that's how he died.
Oh.
Oh, that
I
makes a
don't-
lot of more sense.
How you laugh yourself into a seizure, I have no idea, but he managed to.
I'm surprised. Like, I'm not surprised that that is how it happened, but I'm surprised that it hadn't happened previous to that. Like, if it was like, if it was gonna go off because he was like laughing about some stupid donkey joke.
Yeah.
I feel like the seizure was probably unrelated. It just happened to correlate.
He was being punished.
He was apparently like wasted drunk at the time, so it could have
okay.
had something to do with
Oh,
that.
that's probably it.
Yeah.
That makes okay.
And that's why he
now-
found the joke funny.
Now the puzzle pieces are falling together. He was being punished by God.
Okay, so there was a French philosopher in the 1700s, so we have a more
Okay.
contemporary one.
Oh, of course, modern.
So he was served truffle pate during a meeting with like some dignitaries and stuff.
Okay.
And
Delicious.
he ate a ton of it and then got really sick. He refused to call the doctors, calling them charlatans, and tried curing himself by drawing blood. However, it did not work and he passed away.
Damn, wonder why that
God.
happened.
That
Man,
that
he
sounds like
literally
the
just
way
ate
some people
too
fucking
much.
die today.
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, you're right.
I guess he
Except
didn't want bad gas. The
refusing
beans guy,
treatment
yeah.
when they're
Oh.
There is an unfortunate amount of people who refuse to get treatment from doctors because they don't think they're real or whatever.
yeah. And like
I can't talk. I haven't
shit
been
like
to a
that, so
doctor
it's like
in forever.
I literally haven't been to a doctor in like 12 years.
in this case it was like a serious like threatening obvious medical condition.
Man, he ate too much truffle.
Ate too much truffle.
And when they eat too much
That happened
truffle
so
and
much
refuse
quicker
to
and I
call a
played like
doctor.
Oh, why are people's deaths in stupid ways low-key hilarious?
Historical deaths are funny.
They are.
Should I feel bad for laughing at these people? Probably. Do I?
Probably not. I mean, they deserved it, obviously.
You know what? I feel like some of them. I feel like Diogenes would want you to laugh at his death.
Exactly. I feel like these people, if
It'd
they
be a
didn't want to be
source of
laughed at,
pride.
they shouldn't have died that
I
way.
mean, I do love the story that the dude tried to off himself by holding his breath voluntarily. like,
that's
there's-
such a good.
It's so weird.
Why would he do that?
Don't know. Apparently,
'Cause
he
can.
decided that holding his breath long enough was the right way to do it.
What, like, as in he wanted to, but
Yes.
that was the way he decided on, or like he
Yep.
just decided he
I
was gonna
run
hold
up
his
the
breath?
According to these, he decided that that is how he wanted to go.
Honestly, that's fair. That's really funny.
Yeah, I guess. That's how you
Unfortunately,
feel, bud.
that's not really possible. because there would have to be some other thing involved, because if you like just hold your breath, eventually you'll pass out and then you'll start breathing again because your body naturally wants to live. Survival instincts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's an entire Wikipedia page to the deaths of philosophers.
I'm telling
I
you,
wonder how many of those are
Diogenes
funny.
is a fucking gamer.
Look, if the Wikipedia on deaths of philosophers doesn't have them ranked according to how funny they are, then I don't
These
want
are
it.
all really funny.
Uh-oh.
So Sophocles, who's the famous playwright that wrote Antigone,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
he either died of choking on a grape seed, or it's said that he's died from choking on a grape seed, and it's said that he did it directly after reciting Antigone.
My God.
That sounds about right.
Yup.
My haters hate to see me eating.
Dusk,
a grape
when's your
without
birthday?
choking.
Obviously asking for a friend. September 6th. Yeah, my birthday's a ways out. I usually do a birthday stream.
It's like the opposite of my birthday.
It is. It's the direct opposite.
Mhm.
No, Diogenes left instructions for his corpse after his death, apparently.
Right.
Oh, good for
what,
him.
what was it?
He wanted his corpse to be left outside the city walls as a feast for the animals and birds.
Based.
Good for him.
Oh, Sai, were you here for the guy that was pounded to death by a giant mortar and pestle?
No?
Yeah, so he made like a powerful enemy, and as a result, the enemy decided that a fitting punishment for him was to be pounded to death in a giant mortar by iron pestles.
Oh my
So,
God.
And then he was like placed in a sack when it happened, and he was like, "You pound the sack that contains me, not me," which is the most fucking philosopher thing to say.
Actually, you know what? That
Metal.
raises a very important question. What exactly does this giant mortar and pestle look like? Like, was it just a scaled up version, or was
I
it like
think
structurally different?
It's probably something that was used to like make wine or something. If I had to guess,
That would make
maybe?
sense.
Yeah.
That would
I'd
make a
like
whole
to
lot of
believe
sense.
though that they just kind of just made it for him.
Speeny. Speeny,
Yeah.
you're not allowed to say things like that at a time
What
like
did Speedy
this.
say?
She said,
God
"Oh,
damn it, Speedy.
Yeah? What's wrong with that? Who doesn't want to be pounded into it with a giant mortar and pestle? In parentheses.
Yeah.
Yeah. God damn it, Speeny. You son of a bitch.
Apparently, the founder of Stoic philosophy, which I mentioned earlier, but this is a slightly
Right.
different story.
Oh?
He tripped and broke his toe and then died from holding his breath.
Yeah?
what?
Why did he
Oh
hold
my
his breath?
God.
Because he
I don't
tripped and broke his toe.
Well, have you ever like gotten hurt and so you like while you're in pain you like got your breath a little bit?
Yeah, I guess he did it way
Oh,
too
he just
much.
did that and just did it and didn't stop.
Oh,
Yeah.
this dude offed himself after being driven mad by taking a love potion. And in
Okay.
parentheses, it says debated.
Debated.
Well, I don't think that there really is a love potion, so...
Well, apparently there was, according to Lucretius.
I think he just
I feel like the
drank
person
some,
who
like-
put parentheses debated in there is probably the person who gave him the love potion.
True.
Debated. Oh no, guys.
Oh, a funny little trickster spirit. It was me, I'm sorry, guys.
Time.
I just gave him a bottle of, I gave him some lean.
Oh my god.
I mean, if you saw a purple liquid, you'd go, yeah, that's a love potion.
Oh, one of the popes was killed by a collapsed roof.
Oh, sorry, that was me. I sat on the roof. I'm responsible for all of these deaths
Oh yeah.
Oh.
of
Time.
historical figures.
Honestly, wish I was
Oh.
born years ago to see this shit.
A 15th century Italian philosopher died from eating too much watermelon.
Oh my God.
I'm not responsible for that one. He did it on his own. I warned him.
They must have loved watermelon.
Yeah. That's
Sir
he's the reason they
Francis
call it
Bacon.
watermelon.
Sir Francis Bacon died of pneumonia, contracted while stuffing snow into a chicken as an experiment in refrigeration.
When you said it as an experiment, I'm like, what could that possibly be an experiment for? And then you said refrigeration, and it made slightly more sense.
Wait, but was the chicken alive?
I imagine not.
Probably not.
I
hope
don't
not.
know.
I
I feel like it's
That
possible
guy-
the chicken was alive.
That guy that broke his toe also slammed his fist on the ground and quoted, I come, why dost thou call for me? Then decided to hold his breath and die.
Oh, so the heavens called for him, and he responded by holding his breath until he died.
God damn it.
Oh my
That's a lore moment. It is. Hi, Nick. We're listening to how famous philosophers stupidly died.
Oh yeah, Mario time.
Man, I hope I get a Wikipedia page one day.
It's so based. I know, it's really funny. Some of these deaths.
One of them drowned while bathing.
It's which U.S. president was it that got stuck in the bathtub?
Oh, it was
Taft.
Taft, yeah.
Sounds right.
Nietzsche died after a mental breakdown, which honestly, if you know Nietzsche, that's
Yeah,
not surprising.
that sounds about right.
That's just like me, for real, for real.
Paul Ray fell to death from a mountain. Let's see. I'm looking for other funny ones. Some of them are just sad. All the modern ones are not funny.
Well, yeah, death got less funny as time went on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
This one had very touching last words. He said, "Tell them I've had a wonderful life."
Oh.
aw.
Die funnier, loser.
Me bringing all these people back to life. You have one task.
One of them, one of them who was a professor died of a stroke while preparing a lecture on Descartes.
God.
True.
Damn, I'm so into this lecture I'm
Pichu.
planning on Descartes that I'm smelling burnt toast and my face is drooping.
Yeah?
Hi, Pichu.
Pichu!
Pichu.
Hello.
Oh, I love you too.
Hello.
Slash B.
Oh my goodness.
This one guy starved himself to death by refusing to eat food for fear of it being poisoned.
Okay.
Oh, those two guys.
You
are
had
really
one
funny.
job to die funny. How do you fuck that up?
Uh-oh.
Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, most of the rest of these are just really depressing.
Nah.
Damn it, all the funny
Yeah.
ones are early in history.
Shit.
Like the dude who
Well-
covered himself in dung to cure himself of the disease.
To be fair, that might be because like no one remembers those
Yeah.
ones because they
Damn
were
it,
there,
Atomic.
so it's like been like
Probably.
Then again, it might also it might also just be that the collective knowledge of humanity has increased over the years, so we know not to do things like that.
It's really funny though.
Could be a mix of both.
violence. In 20 AD, the son of the Roman Emperor Claudius was playing with a pear, threw it in the air, caught it in his mouth, and choked.
Oh
True.
my god.
That's like me. Why are you scrolling down all the way? Stop doing that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, because I'm leaning on the button.
I think that my favorite death is the guy who got pounded to death with a mortar and pestle.
That's really
That's
funny.
also my favorite death.
I think that one's really good.
All right, kids, vote what your favorite death was in the comments below. God, actually, you know
although
that,
like the dude who was convinced that he was God and jumped into a volcano is like really close.
I'm really happy that I got on a seriously good run as this conversation's happening in the background. I'm 4 levels away.
The bean one
As
is
it
really
should.
funny too.
why are you calling Pythagoras the bean guy?
That's who Pythagoras is now. He's the
bean
bean
guy.
guy.
Yeah, okay, you know what? Deserved.
In case anybody wasn't here to hear the story of what
Pythagoras.
fucking coin.
Pythagoras was running away from his enemies, and then he tripped over some beans, and
Oh,
what he
fucker.
refused to cross them, and then he died.
The bean
they're like,
guy hero.
Like, come on, we can get away. Like, we just gotta run past this field of beans. And he's like, the field of what? And then
What do you think the
just stops.
why do you think he was so particular about beans? Maybe he thought maybe it was
know.
like let's go back to where was he from? Was he Greek? Was that his thing? I don't know. Did they have
Yeah,
prophecies?
probably.
So like if they had prophecies or whatever, like the lore explanation, I'm coming up with it now, is he was told that beans would have something to do with his death, and so he refused to have
See,
anything
I'm
to
gonna
do with
read through
beans, and then
this.
it led to his death.
This is real unfortunate that this run literally died because the fucker hit a coin at the start of the level. I'm gonna scream.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was a hidden block, you fucker. You son of a bitch.
Real.
Maybe he's like a cat and how they fear cucumbers.
Are you implying that beans look like the natural predator of
Oh, never mind,
Pythagoras?
this is a boss fight. If it was a boss fight, the run was dead anyways.
What is the natural predator of Pythagoras? Please, I beg of you.
Beans.
Okay.
Beans? But no,
This run
but
was
like,
dead
because
anyways.
like cucumbers aren't the natural predator of a cat, but they look like snakes out of the corner of the eye. You know, if you think about it a little bit. Or don't think
That's
about it,
true.
I suppose. So like,
Oh, I'm
Okay,
gonna finish this run.
he lived a super ascetic lifestyle, which means like basically anything that could potentially bring pleasure to you, you completely reject.
oh,
So if I had to guess, beans were probably considered some sort of delicacy, or at least a food that like a person wouldn't normally eat, unless on
beans
special
were
occasions.
pleasurable. Got it.
And he basically said, I'm not allowed to eat the beans, and also I'm not allowed to touch any of the beans, so I can't run through this field.
Touching the
And so
beans
he
is
stopped and was
pleasurable.
killed.
Maybe he feared
God.
the Bean Lord.
Me and the boys going through the bean patch at 5 a.m. Anyone want to run through the bean patch with me at 5 a.m.?
Yes, that's all I've ever wanted, Wolf.
I like my bad gas theory better. Bean or life. Yeah, guys, this is a PSA to everyone about the dangers of beans.
No, I think it's a lesson about embracing the bean, because if he had embraced it, he would have lived.
Bean.
Embracing the...
Is that along
How
the
I
same
learned to
lines
love
of
the
flicking the bean? Is how
No, no.
Oh my god.
But you know what? It could be.
Could be.
How I learned to love the bean or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my
Don't be
god.
afraid.
Love the bean.
I'm gonna scream.
This dude eating beans.
How I learned to stop worrying and love the bean.
A memoir.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, this is good. This art is good.
You ate the beans, you fool.
You fool! You
fool.
fell right into my trap. You ate that bean, didn't you?
Beans and pleasure are more connected than I thought.
Yeah, you know what coffee is made out of? Beans. You know what coffee
that's
is?
true.
Gross.
Pleasurable.
I only like my
Wonderful.
coffee very sweet, but yeah.
I don't like coffee.
I do
I
like coffee.
cannot
I
live
don't
without
like
coffee.
it because it
Don't
I don't
talk
need
to
it.
me
It
before
doesn't do
I've had
anything
my
to me.
coffee.
I can't do
But you
like,
don't drink coffee. Exactly.
I can't drink my
Exactly.
coffee just like straight. I need to have some other shit in it. I need
Oh,
some
I
gay
can't.
coffee.
Yeah, you have to
I
have a
can't do
gay.
anything
I have to have a
straight.
gay coffee.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't put other shit in my coffee.
Me when
I
I have to go
It's
to
too bitter for
Starbucks
me.
and get the whatever.
It's just too bitter. I need it sweet.
Wait, did I not?
I'll make
save
sure that I
the-
make your coffee
Oh, I did.
correctly, Dusk.
Thank you.
God, I hate that picture, Wolf.
Why? What's wrong with it?
It's terrifying.
Me at 5 years. Someday I'm gonna be a pretty teenager 10 years later.
I like my coffee so extremely sweet that it is just hot chocolate. I'm like at that point.
I like, there's this
Jeez.
stuff, you get it from like
You don't
Sam's
even
Club
get
or
the
whatever.
flavor. What's the
I don't-
point of having coffee if you can't even get the flavors of the coffee?
So true.
It is so true.
You know, people that drink coffee with sugar and milk and stuff don't understand.
I just don't like
You
coffee
love this
without that
image.
shit. Byzantine Emperor Basile's belt was entangled between a deer's antlers, and the animal dragged him for 16 miles through the woods. He then died of a fever.
You know what? That's really fitting.
How do you
for,
get your belt tangled?
for the leader of the Byzantine Empire? I don't know why, but it just sounds right.
How did you get your belt tangled in between the deer's antlers? What?
What was he trying to do to that deer?
Yeah, hold on.
Jesus.
Hold on a second. I
Yeah,
hate
wait,
when
hold
that
on.
happens. Just one moment.
What in God's name was he doing?
Maybe he was trying to wrestle it and it attacked him with its antlers. I don't know. People were weird like that.
I fucked that level up, but
Oh yeah.
he was hunting, forgot to say. That doesn't explain shit.
Well, I mean, they didn't have guns back then.
They had bows and arrows. And
Yeah, but-
no, they didn't have crossbows, did they?
No.
No.
No, just
they
bows
had
and arrows, I believe.
They had bows and arrows, but
Yeah.
I don't think if he was using a bow and arrow, he would have been that close.
Chances
So-
are what happened, he probably shot it in, like, the leg or something, and it fell over. And then he, like, went to go and, like, finish it off. And as he was, like, taking the arrow out or something, it probably,
Okay,
like,
Hey,
got
but
him.
why does he not just take his belt off?
I don't
Well,
think
because his belt
that-
probably holds up his pants. What, do you think he's gonna be going and hunting pantsless?
See, I don't think that he was, like... I don't think he could have been going up to do something like that, because how would it drag him for 16 miles?
Well, he probably went up and, like,
Yeah, how
I
fucking
mean-
tangled did this belt get? What?
deer, like, a lot of times they'll look like they've died when you, like, shoot them. And when you, like, go up and check it out, they're not actually dead.
How do you know
so-
so much about this?
You know what? That's a good question. It's just knowledge that I've picked up because my grandpa hunts.
He tried to go for the thigh kill like Mortal Kombat or Black Widow.
I love this image.
Deer kitty. Yeah, you know what? Sure, we'll go with that.
Dear kitty. What?
Damn.
Damn, that guy's persona was a deer.
True? Imagine having a persona.
Is that your fucking persona?
Is that your
That's
fucking
cringe.
persona?
You're cringe!
I love this image, the one where it's like, what are you gonna do with that big bat? Gonna hit me? Better make it count. Better make it hurt. Better kill me in one shot. That's me whenever someone approaches me. Oh, one of my friends asked me if I want to watch Wizards of Waverly Place.
The answer is yes.
Absolutely.
I mean, we watched like the first few episodes of it last night.
You should watch it.
Yeah, but I'm hanging out in Discord in this call.
That's fair.
Furries be in there first. He's like, oh my god, I don't look cute. Like my brother in Christ, you bought the suit.
True?
I'm gonna be honest, like, people do whatever they fucking want. Like, pop off. I never understood the whole fursuit thing. I don't.
It's because you get to be a cute little animal in real life.
Nah.
Mario's #1. Woohoo!
I never got the appeal.
Nintendo.
Well,
No.
I think it's like because you get to look cute in real life, unlike normal.
Yeah, but I just look cute regardless.
Yeah,
Well,
that
yeah,
is true.
see, that's why you don't get it. That's why
Oh,
I
just
get
you
it and you don't.
not want to get plowed in a pink fox suit.
I can't say that I
Stevie.
want to in the slightest, regardless of the pink fox suit.
Speedy, what are you on tonight?
At this moment, anyway.
Edmund
He's been on something
King
for a
of
couple.
England, 1016, was stabbed on a toilet by an assassin that was, quote, hiding underneath.
What about a
What does
about a
that
pink
mean?
dragon suit?
It means that the assassin was sitting in his toilet waiting to stab him to death.
How fucking big of a toilet does this guy got?
Back
just a
then,
hole.
English castles had these toilets that were basically just giant chutes that would just shoot the shit right out the back of the castle.
Do we have
How
like
do
a
you know about
historic
this
artistic
also?
rendition of this? Because what the
let me
fuck
see.
is this? What?
Sure, why do you have so much obscure knowledge?
Big shit.
I have an absurd amount of just really obscure knowledge that I can use in very weird places like this.
Taro's smart. What do you want from him?
I am not smart, I have just picked up knowledge.
I feel like that makes you smart. Smark. I can't fucking speak.
That's what intelligence is.
Yeah.
Yeah, intelligence is measured by how much random knowledge you have.
Man's hiding in the shit pipe. All knowledge is good knowledge? Well, I wouldn't say that.
That's not true. There's a lot of cursed things that I have known because of the internet. Like that bowling ball.
Alan Pinkerton, the founder of the Pinkerton Detective Agency, tripped on the pavement and severely bit his tongue, which became infected with gangrene. He later died. From the gangrene, or just in general?
Well, presumably it was from the gangrene. I mean, have you seen the gangrene game from the Powerpuff Girls? Those guys are pretty nasty.
From the gangrene, got it. He died of a heart attack, yeah.
Wait, but what if what if he didn't?
Okay, what does that mean?
What if what if he didn't die?
I'm pretty sure he did. If,
Are you sure?
I feel like I trust the people in chat. Oh, God damn
Okay,
it.
but like, how can you be sure that they know what they're talking about?
I can, I guess, but I'm gonna trust them. Green gang.
Ayo, gangrene gang, like Ace from the Gorillas. Remember that arc when Murdoch was in prison or whatever?
Oh, here, I found an illustration of it. I had to search through, like, so many different, like, keywords to try and find this.
Oh.
Yeah.
So this is what they looked like.
Oh. Oh, he was just actually hiding in the shit shaft.
Yeah.
True.
Oh.
But why?
Why your
What
toilet
did-
so goddamn high up?
Why did
What the
this
fuck?
help? What?
Get
Because
down
what else
from
were they
there.
supposed to do?
Get down
They
from
didn't have
there.
running water,
I know.
so they just had the poor dude whose job it was to scoop all of the king's shit.
Why?
Because who else was gonna do it?
Peasants.
Otherwise, it just sits there.
Too
Yeah.
bad it's no longer the now and it's now the past. What?
That's a Gorillaz reference.
Oh, I don't know the girls.
Oh my
I'm
god,
sorry.
gorillas.
I do not listen to their music.
It's pretty good, I think.
I've
Occasionally.
heard a couple of songs. I was never really a fan.
Yeah. I feel like Feel Good Inc. is overrated.
Feel good. I love Feel Good Inc.
It is iconic, but it's
Feel
overrated, I
good.
think.
Dun, 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 dun,
Like they've had
dun.
other bangers.
Well, yeah, but like Feel Good Inc. is fantastic.
Yeah, I think I just think it's a little bit overrated personally.
Are you a lore Gorillaz fan or a music Gorillaz fan? I'm not a Gorillaz fan.
I
I
like
know
the
the
music. I
Gorillaz
know a little
lore.
bit of the lore.
It's weird lore.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think it's funny, which is the only reason I care about it in the slightest. Like the fact that literally a character from the Powerpuff Girls is canon.
So
Hans Steininger, the burgomaster of Brno, died when he broke his neck by tripping over his own beard. The beard, which was 4.5 feet long at the time, was usually kept rolled up in a leather pouch.
It's a good one.
What? Damn.
Honestly, who doesn't keep their beard in
Jesus.
a leather pouch?
Brother needs a shave. Damn. I don't really like the first album too much. There's a few songs I don't mind though. I think I've heard Feel Good Inc. and it was alright. And
That one was from Demon
Not my
Days,
thing.
which I think is I think that's a solid like at least 7 out of 10 album. Feel Good Inc. is not even my favorite song from Demon Days.
was Gorillaz one of the bands I heard was tried doing NFTs?
Yes.
I think that was more like the brand managers who were on to that though.
Yeah, probably. It
On-
usually
Probably.
is. Most of the
Yeah, I'm
artists
sure
don't
for-
actually know.
I'm sure for most of the bands that ended up doing that, that was the case.
I think it's the same
Yeah.
thing with Crazy Frog.
It was explicit. Like the creators of Crazy Frog, like made that very clear.
Yeah.
Whoever was running
Volendegam.
the Crazy Frog fucking Twitter account went wild about them.
Yeah.
It
Volendegam,
would be
an
weird.
American politician and lawyer who was defending a man accused of murder, accidentally shot himself while demonstrating how the victim might have done so. His client was acquitted.
Well,
I mean,
I
hey!
mean,
You succeeded.
if it works, it works. Can he acquit his client? Yes, but only once.
Damn, I fucked this up.
It happens to the best of us.
I need this cat suit.
Damn. This art really do be going kinda hard though.
Well, damn.
I'm almost done with like the flat colors.
That sucks. Also, are we still on this topic? Kind of.
Which topic?
We switch around topics here a lot. Of all
We'll
the bands
go
that have
to
done
new
NFTs,
topic
I'm
and then go
so surprised Weezer isn't one of them.
I'm shocked.
Has Owl City done anything like that?
I don't think so. To be fair, Owl City hasn't done anything in like 5 years.
Yeah, when
That's
was the
not
last
true.
relevant thing Owl City did besides Fireflies?
Okay, well, okay.
Well,
first of all-
Fireflies was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, well, not even 10 years ago. It was like 15 years ago.
Oh my god, it was from 2009.
That's the
Yeah.
last relevant thing I heard from them.
Okay, but like obviously you haven't heard the collaboration with Carly Rae Jepsen.
I have not. I do like Carly Rae Jepsen though.
The It's Always a Good Time.
Oh, I
That
have
was
heard
that was
song.
from a long time ago too.
That was a
Yeah,
long
that
time
was
ago.
a while
Absolutely
ago. That would
ago.
have been like 2012.
We
Don't
don't
forget-
even have to try.
I
thought it
think
was 2013.
Fireflies was 1983. You see, now that's wrong.
That's
Oh, do we know
that's
for sure?
actually wrong. Yes.
Beanie, you are once again telling fibs on the internet.
I remember a time prior to Fireflies, therefore it had to be after 1983 by at least a significant margin.
They released an album in 2018,
Yeah, I
But,
remember
like-
that. What is that one called?
Cinematic.
That's the one, yeah.
I'm surprised
also,
they're
like,
still
to, like,
together.
I've listened to like
Who
2
listens to
songs from that
Owl
album.
City?
What did you say?
I'm surprised they're still together. Who fucking listens to Owl City?
I used to. I loved their stuff.
Yeah,
I
I did
do.
too.
I do
never did.
still now.
I loved Fireflies, and I loved Gold, and
That's a good one.
yeah. Take to the Skies. That's a good one.
Me
Yeah.
watching the Guardians of Gahul
Guardians of
movie.
Gahul. Yeah.
It's a good
Most
movie.
recent thing I've heard from Owl City was their song in Wreck-It. They had a song in Wreck-It
Yeah.
Ralph.
That was when
Yeah, they
I think that
did.
was When Can I See You Again?
Oh yeah.
When can I see you again?
When can I see you again? Oh.
Owl City would be the type to have a fucking song in Wreck-It Ralph.
Don't
They
you
would.
fucking diss Wreck-It Ralph.
Don't diss Wreck-It Ralph, but also don't diss Owl
Yeah,
City.
also don't diss Owl City.
Owl City is good, even if he is a Christian.
The one Owl City? They've been
Yeah.
reduced from a band to one?
It's always been one guy.
It's just one dude?
Yeah, well, Owl City's the name of the project, but the guy behind it, his name is Adam Young.
Yeah, what did you think? It was an entire city?
Well, that's what they were advertising as, so I was thinking so.
Yeah. 2007 to present is when
And the Owl City is in Nebraska.
Yeah, aren't
That's
they
what
from-
they have in
it's in
Nebraska.
a tree that's like out in the middle of the ocean. It's the Owl City.
You would not believe your eyes. Yeah, the dude's from Minnesota too, so I don't know like how
wait,
he
hold
made
on.
like interesting music while also being
Owl
from
City
Minnesota,
has
but he
recorded
did.
songs for several
He's
animated
like one of the
films,
three
including
people
Legends of
from
the
Minnesota,
Guardians,
yeah.
Wreck-It Ralph, The Croods, and The Smurfs 2.
He made a song from the Croods?
Yeah.
What?
You didn't know that one?
Which one is it? I've seen the
Uh,
Croods like once, and it was like 8 years ago.
It's it was a collab with someone else. I don't remember what it was called. What is it? It's I know what it's called. Where is it?
People like using them.
Wow,
for
they
movies.
live off movies, don't they? Yeah, they haven't had any other success. Might as well.
Shine Your Way.
What
by
do you
Owl
mean? What are
City.
you talking? Have you not ever heard of Fireflies?
I mean, past that. Fireflies was their
Um,
one hit.
They had actually a lot of really big
Bangers.
hits.
Yeah,
Lots
they
of
they had
fingers.
quite a few.
That's shocking
Yeah.
to me. Is this
Yeah, they
weird?
had here I'll pull them up on Spotify to see like their biggest songs.
Oh no.
Yeah, so
Felipe, what is
Fireflies has 600 million listens.
this? Well, that
Good
makes
Time
sense.
has 300 million.
Those are the two I know.
When Can I See You Again has 90.
What was the song that was in the Smurfs 2?
Oh.
Hold on, I have to go to the soundtrack.
Vanilla Twilight has 79 million.
That's a great
Verge has 58 million.
So they are popular, and I just never hear anything about them. Okay.
Well, to be fair, these are all ones that they released. Like, every single one from that list was released pre-2016.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't too. That's not too long
Actually,
ago, but I mean, that was a long-
pre-2015.
That's a long time ago if you think about it, but like
I mean,
at the
that's-
same time, it's not that long ago.
Like,
If it was 2016, it's 6 years ago. That's a while ago.
It's
That's
I
half a
mean,
decade.
Okay, you say that, but also Pokemon X and Y are turning 10 years old next year, so.
Oh god, I hate that. I
Yeah.
don't like thinking about that.
Don't tell me
Yeah.
these things.
Well, you know, I have to when you say Owl City is old.
Well, they are.
They feel like they're old. I'm not gonna lie to you.
As someone who listened to Owl City as a child, yes. I
When
agree.
can I see you
Martin of
again?
Aragon ate an entire goose and was suffering from indigestion. Then his favorite jester entered the room and told him he was out of the next vineyard, where I saw a young deer hanging by his tail from a tree, as if someone had so punished him for stealing figs. This joke caused the king to die from laughter.
Stealing figs?
Why do so many people die from laughing at fig jokes?
What's so funny about fucking figs?
I have had fig trees in my backyard. They're not that fucking funny.
That's what makes them funny.
I like that it's his favorite jester too. Like, imagine being like such a good jester that you accidentally kill the king. Like, what do you do at that point?
You become the king.
You probably get killed for treason or something.
Like, you just like see the king laughing. You're like, oh, I'm doing my job so well, and then he starts laughing a little too hard and falls over and like grabs his chest or some shit. And you're like, oh no.
That's me as the jester, honestly.
I guess 1600 BC. What top comedy? Yeah, to be a comedian in 1600 BC, you just had to tell fig jokes. Apparently.
Fig. Damn, they had figs back then?
It's oh my god.
Ooh,
Oh,
that fucks up.
God. I know we've said it so many times, but like deaths in the past were just so funny.
I fucked up.
Everything was funnier back then, obviously.
Yeah.
Ah, damn.
Oh, rough.
I missed the jump to get the
Yeah.
thing and then couldn't go get it. L.
Imagine being the guy who died because you thought because you made a joke about figs.
Me
I
when
love that.
Fig instantly
It's
dies.
so funny.
Yeah,
I love
figs
that
are
the
so
dude blacked to
dangerous.
death because of his own joke about figs.
God.
What if
punished
somebody
him.
else told a funny joke?
Like, I would have been like,
saying-
okay, if it's like someone else's joke, like, it's still ridiculous, but like, at least it's someone else's joke. But it's his fucking joke!
Okay, but like, is the jester not allowed to laugh at his own craft?
No.
Then who laughs the least but the jester? Then I guess.
Ooh. I don't know, the jester should get fucking funnier friends.
Also, I saw these two kids playing rock, paper, scissors. Had to teach these boys the meta. Rock, paper, scissors
Oh,
doesn't have a
great.
fucking meta.
Yes, it does. It actually, I mean, technically, yes, it does. If you like,
You choose one of the three.
psychology. Well, yeah, but like you can also psychologically manipulate your opponent into picking one that's weak against your pick. So that's the meta, really.
If you, if while you're doing it, you just kiss them on the lips, they get thrown off, and then you win.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey,
Honestly,
Achero, want to play rock,
hold
paper,
on, I'm gonna
scissors?
go- I'm gonna go try
Yeah,
that.
sure! Right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright,
Actually,
alright,
I'm gonna
alright.
mute real quick. I'm gonna go check on my boyfriend real quick for rock paper scissors reasons.
When can I see you again? Oh!
I actually don't know that one. You said that one was from Wreck-It Ralph.
Actually, never mind. He was
yes.
busy.
Yeah, that's why I never watched.
Oh, Wreck-It Ralph is
It's a
cute.
good movie.
Wreck-It
don't
Ralph
watch
I
is
am
movies.
neat.
bad. And
I don't either, but
that's,
I've seen it.
that's good. I will
More
never
than
be
anything, it's Disney.
good, and that's not bad.
The only thing from Wreck-It Ralph I think I've seen is like there's like a meeting of a bunch of like villains or something.
Yeah.
Bowser's
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Because
Bowser
you're
is
a
there.
bad
That's
guy.
why I've
It's
seen it.
not me. You have to
Yeah.
be a bad guy.
I know you. I'm in your brain.
Yeah, it's because there's Bowser there.
Yeah, Bowser just roars and there's subtitles for him.
Honestly,
should.
that's how. Honestly, yeah, that's how I'm gonna communicate from now on. Need to get me a translator.
Ralph breaks to the internet is bad though. Well, sequels usually are.
Yeah. Somehow got a fucking Oscar nomination. How'd that happen? Oh, right, Disney owns fucking everything.
Yeah.
They just pay for it.
Mega
True.
corporation.
I wish Disney would stop.
So true.
Just in general.
It's hilarious to me that that
Speedy,
was
what
in the
did you
same
just
category as
post?
fucking Spider-Verse.
Holy shit, guys! Have you guys
Yeah,
seen
it's
this?
a fig
so
tree.
fucking funny. Oh, that's a fig tree. Oh,
Yeah, that's a fig tree.
that's actually very funny. Then never mind.
That's
Why
awesome.
are figs so funny? What about them?
What if I collapsed on the ground and pretended to die for that joke? I've done that once.
Oh my god.
Specifically during call, like, so actually it was really funny. I think I was on stream with my friend, the one who asked me if I wanted to watch more Wizards of Waverly Place.
Of course.
So
Which you
there
said
was this
yes to,
bit-
by the way, right?
I said I was on stream right now, but otherwise, if it like wraps up soon, then yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's apparently been a bunch of cases of dying from laughing to death.
Wait,
Are they all
Somebody-
because of
wait,
figs?
I wanted to.
No, only
Tell my
those two
story,
appear
oh
to
my
be.
gosh.
But apparently in 1989, a 56-year-old Danish man died after laughing himself to death after watching the film A Fish Called Wanda.
Oh my god.
Oh, like from Fairly Odd Parents.
No.
The
That is
fish.
that is a,
Oh, if you
it's a
go
pretty
to the
funny
Wikipedia
movie.
page of A Fish Called Wanda, down at the bottom, there's just a category called Death, and it talks about the guy who died from laughter.
Yeah, that was
It's not that funny.
it was a pretty
Is it a comedy?
yeah, it's a comedy movie.
Okay.
It's a pretty well regarded comedy movie from the 80s that like
Oh,
was
okay.
nominated for several Oscars.
Okay, I wouldn't know. I'm not a movie person, but I'm
Yeah.
glad you know.
Honestly, I wish they did Ralph Breaks the Internet at this time. Imagine the stuff they would have put in based on the media.
They would
It's
have
still
put in
been
a
bad.
ratio joke.
God.
I don't know. They would've
Yeah,
put in a
probably.
ratio joke.
Well, I mean, to be fair,
He
like, they
already
didn't.
Fortnite dances in it.
Does he?
No.
Yeah.
So apparently, a Scottish aristocrat laughed himself to death upon hearing that Charles II took the British throne.
Oh my god.
Nice.
that is the single greatest condemnation of someone I've ever heard.
Oh my god.
L
Okay,
plus
that's kinda
ratio
funny, though.
plus an Irish aristocrat died when they heard you ascended to the throne. Wait, actually, so
If I had a
I'll be
nickel
back.
for every okay. If I had a nickel for every time that someone died from laughing to death due to a joke about figs, I would have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice.
true.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. So the story that I was telling was, so I pretended to, die for a bit.
Mhm.
And I don't remember exactly what the setup was, but I know that I just stopped talking mid-sentence.
God.
Except what happened was, I also pulled on the cord to my headphones a little bit, so it unplugged them, so I couldn't hear what they were saying if they were saying anything. So I just
God.
thought that they also went silent, and then I plugged my earbuds back in, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm actually alive. Fun fact.
You are cringe. Damn, this movie kind of hitting me right now. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end off
Right.
here in about 10 minutes.
Sounds good.
I'm a bit tired.
That's why you're
That's
in
fair.
Sleepy. If as it were.
a little bit sleepy,
A little bit of sleep.
a little bit sleepy
Where's
on
the
the
fucking
screen.
one coin? In
I'll be
this
back in a
level?
sec.
Where the fuck was the one coin?
Coin. Oh, actually, you know what? I just realized coin would be a really good name for a kobold.
True. We have to end soon to not risk any funny related deaths. We have to
Yeah.
stop the comedy before it gets too much. Nobody bring
Yeah.
up figs.
It's now a safety hazard. I'm no longer allowed to be on stream for longer than an hour. Oh crap, it's been 2 hours.
Nobody bring up figs. It'll be dangerous. Okay?
How do you figure? I've been executed for this joke. I'm a ghost now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm
I'm back.
back. Oh,
Welcome back.
Tina had to confirm that she was not making me a Wiggle.
Oh, what?
Like from
What?
the Wiggles.
Huh?
She's apparently
Gotcha.
coloring. She's coloring my my
Your
dude
tuber.
right now, and she did not want to make me look like I was part of the Wiggles.
Why not?
Why not?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Don't you want to be
I'm
a part
sorry,
of the
do you
Wiggles?
not appreciate fruit salad and do you not think it's yummy yummy?
Okay, but hang on. I have more deaths from laughter.
Oh no.
So, there was a dude in Australia who was reading a 5-year-old newspaper and was
Oh,
amused at
I
the
remember this
prices
one.
for some commodities in 1915 as compared to 1920. He made a remark to his wife regarding this and burst into laughter. And in the midst of it, he collapsed and died.
Yep. I remember this one. That
Nice
one's
work, man.
funny. Nice job, Skeleton.
Nice job, Skeleton.
Nice work, Skeleton. Good job.
You know what would go well with this fake? Some wine. Blue Windows blue screen sound.
A guy,
We
guy in
crash
England.
noise sound effect.
A guy in England was watching the show Kung Fu Caper, or watching the Kung Fu Capers episode of The Goodies, and apparently there was a skit featuring like a kilt-clad Scottishman at his bagpipes battling a master of Lancastrian martial arts, Eki Thump, who was armed with a black pudding. After 25 minutes
You-
of continuous laughter, Mitchell then slumped on the sofa and died from heart failure. His widow sent the Goodies a letter thanking them for making Mitchell's final moments of life so pleasant.
Ah!
I thought it was gonna say thanking them for killing her husband.
Oh no, no. Just for making it really, really pleasant, apparently.
Yeah,
Damn.
it's really pleasant now that
I
he's
also
gone.
thought this was going the way of thank you for killing my husband.
To be fair, that's probably what she wanted to write.
Probably. She was
Can
like,
we,
how do I phrase this in a way
Thank
that
you
makes
so
it
much.
seem
Mods,
like
can we
killing
ban
my
the word
husband.
figs in chat?
Yes, I gotcha.
They're too dangerous. We
It's
need
a safety hazard, honestly.
It's a safety hazard.
Nobody's
Yeah,
allowed
there
to
we
use
go.
that word because otherwise people will die.
Hello, hi. Can I have a side of context with my burger?
No.
No. Just hear the stories. It's okay.
Thank you for
The
releasing
context
me.
is we're laughing about deaths that happened in the past because a lot of the older ones are really funny.
And deaths that will happen in the future.
You know, I don't think any of us are gifted with prophecy, so
Oh, just me then? Oh, sorry.
She was really like, thank you for releasing me.
Thank you for releasing me.
Thank you so much.
I made that bit. Thank you
I
so
know.
much for
I
killing
heard.
my husband.
Thank you so much for killing my husband.
Woohoo!
Oh,
You
there's an
know-
entire list of unusual deaths. That's amazing.
I mean, there've been a lot of them.
Apparently.
One day I hope to reach the top of that list. Like,
Dude,
what's the
some
point in dying
funny
if it's
shit's
not
gonna
funny?
happen in September of 2083. Speedy, that's real ominous.
I heard September and I was like, hold on.
That's real ominous, Speedy.
No. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, funny stuff happens all the time, but the really funny stuff, it's gonna happen July 22nd, 2063.
So there was a dude, there was a Greek lawmaker who passed a law that saying that anybody that brought weapons into the assembly needs to be put to death. And one day he arrived at the assembly after helping defeat some bandits, but his knife was still attached to his belt. So in order to uphold his own law, he killed himself on the spot.
Oh my
No.
god.
Yeah, that, I mean, it checks out, but like, come on. Why does he? I mean, like,
Oh. So there was a
lawful neutral.
I think that's lawful good.
I guess.
No, you know what? That probably is lawful neutral because it's following the law so close. Oh, I don't know.
Because
That's like some chaotic lawful shit.
yeah, I was gonna
Following
say
the law
chaotic
so
lawful, but that's not a
closely
thing.
that is horrific.
I mean, and also he was the one who made the law,
Yeah, he was the one who literally made
so it's like
it.
his fault.
Yeah. The laws have to be upheld, though.
There was an Olympic champion wrestler whose hands reportedly became trapped when he tried to split a tree apart. He was then devoured by
How?
wolves.
Wolves.
He like
Damn.
stuck his hands in to rip this like tree in half, and he got stuck, and then wolves came in and ate him.
Damn.
That is unusual.
New alignment, chaotic, lawful. Just for these people, we need the 10th alignment.
I'm too busy being chaotic.
Chaotic.
No, Speedy, I don't think they were boyfriends. I think those wolves just wanted to kill him and eat him.
Oh, hang on. There's more story to the turtle guy.
Oh.
Oh.
So,
Oh, is it about the prophecy? or
yeah.
whatever?
Yeah. So there was a prophecy that he had been staying indoors to avoid because it was prophesized that he would die, quote, by the fall of a house.
Oh.
I mean,
It's like the Wizard of fucking Oz?
Yeah, but it turned out to be a tortoise, which makes sense.
Damn.
yeah. It makes sense. And then the man and the turtle, their spirits combined.
And then
That's
they
why we have
kissed.
Turtle Pope. Yeah, they kissed.
Yeah,
You not kiss turtles?
I do.
Like that guy from
God.
remember the guy from Over the Hedge? What's your favorite Over the Hedge moment?
None of them.
Why not? What's wrong with Over the Hedge?
Over the
No,
hedge.
I like Over the Hedge. I like the part where I don't know, the fucking pest control dude comes in and they like kick his ass or something. I forget. I don't remember most of
Right,
it.
yeah. My favorite part of that movie was when they played what is it? Rockin' the Suburbs, but it was like a not the normal version.
Okay, I found another really good one.
Oh, no.
God.
No. There was a Greek philosopher who died at the age of 109. While he was on his
Damn.
deathbed, his sister was caring for him, but she was also worried because she needed to fulfill her religious obligations to Artemis for an approaching 3-day-long festival that she had to be there for. So he told her to place a loaf of warm bread under his nose, and apparently he was able to survive for 3 days of the festival by sniffing it. And then he died immediately after the festival ended.
Oh my god.
Damn. We figured out the cure to death, guys. We can all now live forever. It's bread.
God.
That's me when I eat bread and I haven't died yet, so
He's got
It's the secret.
strats. Good fucking bread.
Oh,
what's your favorite bread?
my favorite bread is ciabatta.
Never had ciabatta.
I don't know anything
Ciabatta's
about bread.
great.
Qi Shi Huang, the first emperor of China, died after ingesting several pills of mercury in the belief that it would grant him eternal life.
Well,
No.
it
Oh my
sure didn't.
god.
Who
No,
told him
that's
that?
not what happens.
No.
Alright. Not to point fingers, but who told the first emperor of China that consuming mercury pills would give him eternal life?
Who did it?
Who did it?
Raise your hand.
I'm looking at
Look,
you.
I didn't
Speedy.
think he would believe me.
Psycane.
It was a joke. It was a gag.
What if I ate several pills of mercury? I'm a dragon, so it shouldn't affect me.
Hey, please don't try.
No, but like in a video game. If I already have immortality, will it give me double immortality?
God.
I love these so much.
You're so dumb.
Literally, these feel like jokes that you would find like in a book.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
so the
in
dude died after laughing himself to death because of the donkey. The joke that he told, the person that he told the joke to was his slave. So, like...
Oh, cool.
Oh my god.
That sounds about right. I mean, that sounds like the kind of person who would make that joke.
God.
Ugh.
These are so dumb.
There's a lot of real dumb ones.
Those are so good, actually.
Let's go.
Imagine being that donkey, though. Do you think they put the donkey to death for eating the figs?
They
That
should
killed this
have.
man? Wow. Okay. Churros for the death penalty, I guess.
For the donkey specifically.
Oh, okay.
Shut. That sucks. Wow.
What's everyone's least favorite breakfast food?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Where the
I
fuck's
don't
an English
know.
breakfast? 'Cause that shit sounds disgusting.
Well, that doesn't count because the British can't make good food anyways.
Hold on,
Exactly.
let me where's the British cuisine image? I've
Oh,
posted that,
ham?
think,
I don't
right?
agree with that. I think ham's pretty good.
Ham is good.
Especially like Canadian bacon, which is literally just cooked ham. I think that's really good.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'll go ahead and say I'm not sure if it counts, but like the fruit that you get on the side with like some breakfasts. So like some breakfast food stuff. Like I enjoy fruit from time to time, but like I do not enjoy like a rind of orange sitting next to my eggs.
Yeah, I'm just not a
True.
big breakfast food person.
I love breakfast food.
Me too.
I love breakfast so much.
I
Breakfast
usually
is
don't
like one
eat
of my
breakfast.
favorite meals.
Canadian bacon is not an affront to bacon. They're like on the same level, and Canadian bacon, quite honestly, maybe a little bit better. I'll say it.
Wow. Hot
I
take.
still don't know the difference.
One
I
of
don't know
them's
anything.
Canadian.
One of them
Oh,
says
okay.
A.
I don't think my ham should be saying anything, not gonna lie.
Oh, my hand talks to me all the time. I guess it just trusts me more.
I don't know, maybe I'm just not on the right wavelength. Oh wait,
Might
no, I
not
muted
be.
the ham because I was tired of
Whoa,
hearing
what's
it
up,
scream.
Scraps? Is this not correct?
Imagine
What's
being
up?
from Canada.
Let's go.
Oh, wait, is Scraps from Canada?
I don't think so.
So
Oh,
So,
man,
your
I-
ham doesn't love you.
you.
My ham
God.
loves me a rational amount.
So, Saint Lawrence was apparently roasted alive on a giant grill, and during it, he joked to his tormentors, quote, "Turn me over, I'm done on this side."
Oh yeah. Have you
he's
not heard
now-
that one?
No, he's now the patron saint of cooks, chefs, and comedians.
Yep.
Damn, that's
What?
just like me on Twitter.com.
That is one of my favorite historical things ever. It's
I find
so
the
fucking
stereotype of
funny.
Americans hating Canadians for no fucking reason interesting. Well, Americans hate everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's not American.
but it's
I don't
okay because
hate
everyone
anyone.
hates us.
Yeah, even ourselves.
I hate myself though. I don't count though.
Apparently, a Roman emperor
Everyone
suffered a
hates me.
stroke, which was provoked by yelling at foreign envoys in anger.
Death by racism.
A Byzantine emperor was assassinated with a bucket.
Oh, how?
You know what? I've got to look at this guy's Wikipedia page.
How was he assassinated with a bucket?
Well, we'll see.
All that is said about it is that he was assassinated in his bath by his chamberlain using a bucket.
Oh, maybe it was like a weapon, blunt force trauma, perhaps.
Probably blunt force trauma.
Probably.
You telling me a blunt force this trauma?
Oh my god.
All right.
Should never smoke that shit. Now I got trauma.
So true. That's me when I was born. I don't know what that's supposed to mean,
Well,
but you know.
bucket is metal and metal hurt. Ouchie.
Well, I don't know if that bucket was made of metal.
We don't know what the bucket was made of.
Oh,
I wouldn't assume it's made of metal, considering it was a Byzantine emperor.
so, Sigurd, well, Byzantine Empire was... They would have had metal back then.
Well,
It
yeah, they could have
probably...
had metal, but I don't know if their buckets would have been made of metal. Is the thing.
Maybe. I
When
don't
was
know.
like the first metal bucket a thing? I feel like that's like somewhat more recent history.
I don't know. But Sigurd the Mighty apparently strapped the head of a defeated foe to his horse's saddle. And while he was riding, the teeth of the foe rubbed up against his leg, causing a fatal infection.
Yeah.
Oh my
okay.
god.
L.
Damn.
Another Byzantine emperor, of course, died of a stomach disease caused by excessive eating and alcohol, allegedly after playing a game of polo while drunk.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Diodorus, the hunchback, crushed to death with 3 large stones in an attempt to cure his crooked spine.
Oh,
Oh, poor
Imagine
guy.
Yeah.
scoliosis and their cure is to just crush you to death.
Crush you to death.
Crush you with a rock.
Crown Prince Philip of France died while riding through Paris when his horse tripped over a black pig running out of a dung heap.
Based.
That's
That's what he gets for being French.
Yeah, honestly, just don't be French.
Henry I of England apparently ate too many lampreys against his physician's advice, which caused a pain in his gut and death.
Damn.
For context, lampreys are eels.
Yeah.
Scrumptious.
Scrumptious, yum.
Rumptious.
Yum.
I'm
What are
so
we
full
having
of
for dinner?
cigarettes.
Eel.
Tasty.
I love it when I have eels for dinner. It's my favorite breakfast food, even.
Knights Templar. While sneaking into an Arab camp, one of the knights accidentally fell into a pit and drowned in poo. The rest were then killed by the awakened Arab.
God.
Damn. I hate it when that happens to me.
King Charles II of Navarre, also known as Charles the Bad, he was suffering from
The
illness in his
Bad?
old age, was ordered by his physician to be tightly sewn into linen sheets soaked in distilled spirits. The highly flammable sheet accidentally caught fire.
I wonder
Charles later
why.
died of his injuries.
Why
And the
would that?
chronicler
God.
telling the story considered the horrific death to be God's judgment upon the king.
Why, okay, real question, like, in what way was that sound medical advice?
Oh yeah, the guy in the witch trials that got crushed by stones piled on top of him. Yeah,
Oh,
I don't remember
Yeah.
his name.
the Giles Corey.
That's it.
I remembered. I'm not gonna say why, but I remember.
God. So this guy got put to death, and he had a choice on how he was going to be put to death, and so he chose that he wanted to drown to death in a barrel of Malmsey wine.
Moliere died of a coughing fit while playing a sick man in a play.
Theo coughing from Pokemon?
Oh my god.
Speedy, I'm not at liberty to say.
I played the fan.
I can't give you that information. Draw your own conclusions. Do your own research.
Charles VIII of France died as a result of striking his head on a door on his way to watch a game of real tennis.
Real tennis?
Yeah, it's what they called the original.
tennis?
It's what they called the original version of tennis, apparently.
Oh, because it's not like that miniature table tennis,
Oh.
which wasn't invented. How about pickleball? What do y'all think of pickleball?
I
Never
like it. I think it's fun.
It was invented in the 1950s. Or was it 60s? It was one of
I
those
don't know.
two. It was in that era. Shortly after World War II.
Oh my god, somebody else died of laughter.
But before the Vietnam War.
Pietro Argentino apparently
Oh,
suffocated
yeah.
from laughing too much at an obscene joke during a meal in Venice. Another version states that he fell from his chair from too much laughter, fracturing his skull.
He laughed at a dick joke.
Probably.
Damn.
Let's see if his page gives any more reference on his death. I don't think it does.
I hate it when me and the homies are out and about and they make an obscene joke and I laugh so hard that I die.
Yeah, I see nothing about his death on his page.
Yeah.
I am a foolish fool.
Yeah.
I have 74 layers now. And I'm not even close to being done with this.
Thomas Curtis of Suffolk shot in the head with the arrow after challenging a friend to shoot his hat. Yeah.
You know what?
That's
That's
what
something
you
that could
get.
still happen today.
What do you think was gonna happen, honestly?
A lot of these are things that like we can laugh at for being in the past and like, yeah, that would never happen nowadays. But that one we can't because that could absolutely happen.
I feel like that's happened in the last,
Mhm.
like, 5 years even.
Probably.
That might even happen, like,
I mean,
once a year.
wasn't there that thing that thing that was gonna be posted on YouTube of like the people that tried to stop the bullet with like a bunch of like dictionaries or something and ended up killing one another?
Oh, I
God.
do know about this.
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh.
This is the first I've
Yeah.
heard of this.
Yeah. I'm not gonna go into that story on stream. But yeah, it's really sad.
Yeah, it's not worth talking about. But yeah, it's just proof that like some of these are a little too like
Little on
part
the
of the
nose.
human condition.
Humanity has unfortunately not evolved.
Yeah.
I often wonder if we as a species is evolving or regressing.
A French composer died of a gangrenous abscess after accidentally piercing his foot with a staff while he was vigorously conducting a Te Deum, which is a Latin hymn. It was customary at that time to conduct by banging a staff on the floor, and he refused to have his leg amputated so he could still dance.
You know, that's kind of based.
Damn.
I'm so glad we have
He
medicine
said
now.
if I
so
cannot dance, I'd rather die.
It's like Footloose or whatever.
Pretty sure that didn't happen in Footloose.
No, it happened. I don't know. Have you
Footloose.
seen Footloose?
Cut off your dancing shoes.
Cut off your dancing foot. Green. Gangrene.
Oh my goodness.
Governor Morris died of an
Everybody got
infection
gangrene.
after using a whalebone to clear a blockage in his urinary tract.
Oh God!
No!
Why?
Stop it!
Oh,
No!
he was a founding father of the United States.
Yeah.
He did that? You know what?
Yeah.
That makes sense. That checks out. That's America.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Stop! You! Fuck off!
Oh, he wrote the
Block-
There's a
preamble
whole
to the United
nother-
States Constitution.
He
That gives a
was-
whole new. That gives a whole new definition to the word boner.
God damn it.
Does it?
No.
I'm sorry though. A blockage? I don't want to know any more about this.
No, stop. Shut
Ar-
the fuck
Arch-
up.
Archduchess Matilda of Austria set her
Matilda?
dress on fire while trying to hide a cigarette from her father, who had forbidden her to smoke.
Honestly, that's kind
You
of
can't
based.
say that, Speedy. You can't say that.
No.
Speedy.
You can't just say this on the
You
internet.
can't just say these things. God damn it.
I hate everything you just said. I'm actually crying.
Oh my god.
Damn, just like me for real.
A former British Prime Minister died after sustaining severe internal injuries when he fell on a turnip while hunting.
You know,
Oh my
I'm
God.
glad. It's sad that he died, but I'm glad he's only formerly British.
Oh shit, I almost killed him.
Damn,
Speedy's
the
gonna
only thing
cause
that
our
can-
death.
The only thing that can make this worse is if there were figs involved.
Oh, somebody died from being hit by a meteorite, and it's considered the only credible case of death by meteorite.
Good for
Yeah,
them.
what, did someone watch it happen?
Yeah, because one man died and another was paralyzed.
Oh, cool.
So yeah.
Blasts you with a meteorite.
Sweeney's comment is pure good chat. I keep laughing again. Hold on. I need to fucking delete that. No, get that out of here.
Oh?
Get that shit out of here.
You don't want to hear about how...
Now his penis hoarded.
No, not really.
That's like the... That's like that shelled nut, right? The one... The shelled nut. Peanut.
Oh my god. An unnamed person was beaten to death with a Bible during a healing ceremony gone wrong in Honolulu. He was being treated for malaria when his family summoned a kahuna who decided he was possessed and tried to exorcise the demons. The kahuna was charged with manslaughter.
Oh my
Question.
god.
Why was this man not named? I think that was his first problem.
Dude, I don't know what to tell you. So the parents should have named him, I guess. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, see, the fact that he didn't have a name is probably why he was possessed.
my god. George Millet was fleeing 6 young women intent on giving him kisses for his 15th birthday while carrying an ink eraser in his pocket. As the women moved in for their kisses, he fell forward on the eraser's point and pierced him, killing him.
Honestly,
Oh my
we
god.
stand. I would not want any amount of women to kiss me.
God damn it, Speedy.
What did Speedy do?
Just posted in memes the message, a moderator has deleted your message, his penis hoarded.
True.
Nintendo.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, and then Rasputin's death is mentioned on here. I love his death. It is like in the top 3 deaths of all time.
But I
So,
What?
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 Huh?
Rasputin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he
What?
he died of 3 gunshot wounds. 1 was close range, shot to his forehead. But he didn't actually die. Apparently before that, he had eaten cakes and tea that were laced with cyanide, but
That's
didn't
not very
appear to
No.
be affected by it. He was
Oh.
shot and believed to be dead, but then he leapt up and attacked, and then he was shot again and collapsed into a snowbank, and then tied up, and his body was dropped into the river. But there's evidence that in an autopsy, he actually died of hyperthermia, which means that he died while in the river wrapped up in a rug. Which means that the bullets, nor the cyanide, killed him. It was the cold.
And with that, we're gonna go raid Peanut. I want everybody that was in this chat, when you enter Peanut's chat, to just start yelling the word fig, please. Let's see how it works.
No, what?
No,
you
you're gonna
trying
you're
to
gonna
do
get people
that?
killed.
No, it's okay. Just yell the word fig. It'll be funny. Okay?
What if it's not?
It'll be funny.
Replace the word fig with women. Not so funny now, is it?
Everybody go yell the word fig. Have a good night.
I love his story.